Hey everyone, it's Nifty DGen, aka the Bonefida intern, and today we're going to be talking about favorite domains. So favorite domains are a really handy way for users to set up their core identity on chain. If you're like me and you love collecting domains, you may have any number of domains in your wallet at a given time, but you don't necessarily want those domains to represent you on chain. So using a favorite domain, we can easily distinguish our core identity from domains that we're just collecting. And our partner dApps can use this to set up their profile or identity systems with favorite domains and ignore other domains that a user may have. I'll show you how easily you can set this up as a user, and then we'll jump into some code to show you how easily you can fetch a favorite domain and use it in your dApp. Okay, so let's look at this from a domain owner's perspective. Once we're on SNS.id, we're going to want to connect our wallets, and then we will navigate to view profile. And here we'll see a list of domains that we own. For our example, I just have this one. So we're going to have to click view. And then here, if you look at this little star icon here, we'll click on this to set a favorite domain. We'll confirm, and then a transaction will pop up. I'll click confirm again. And the transaction is complete. So if you navigate now to view profile, you'll see that your favorite domain is set up. It's really easy from a user's perspective. That's all it takes to set up a favorite domain to represent you on chain. So now let's look at this from a developer's perspective. So on the right, you're going to see my internship project. This is a link sharing application that is utilizing the power of domain records. It's going to be coming out soon, and I'm excited for you guys to check it out. But your dApp probably looks something like this, where you're fetching a user's domains using either the useDomains4Owner React hook from our React SDK, or maybe you're using the getAllDomains or getDomainKeys with reverses methods from our JavaScript SDK. But in any case, you're probably arbitrarily selecting a user's domain to display in their profile. For this example, I'm just using the first domain that we get from our useDomains4Owner hook. The issue with doing it this way is the domain that we've arbitrarily selected from the list of domains that a user owns may not be the one that a user wants to use to represent their profile. So if you notice, the domain that I favorited previously is being displayed in this Wallet Connect button, and that's because the button is set up to use favorites. But it differs from what we're showing on the user's profile page because we're just randomly selecting a domain from the useDomains4Owner hook response. If a user doesn't have a favorite domain set up, I think this is totally fine. But if a user does have a preference for their core identity, I think this is where favorite domains comes in really handy. So let's quickly fetch a user's favorite domain using the useFavoriteDomain hook. And all we need to pass that is a connection and a public key. It is super simple. Then we can display the favorite domain if it exists, or we can continue displaying the first domain from our previous hook's response. So all we need to do is import useFavoriteDomain from the Bonefida SNS React library, and similar to how we are destructuring the response from the useDomains4Owner hook, we're going to want to do the same thing for useFavoriteDomain, and that is going to look something like this. And now I want to add to this conditional so that the component doesn't render until the favorite is done loading, and that just looks something like this. Favorite loading. Great. And finally, I want to go ahead and display the favorite domain if it exists, or we can continue to default to the first domain from the useDomains4Owner hook response. So that will just look something like this. Favorite domain dot domain or. And now within our application, we can see that the domain that I previously favorited is the one that is being displayed in the user's profile and is also matching the Wallet Connect button. So as always, we're keeping it really simple, both from the user's perspective and the developer's perspective. But we do think favorite domains are really important if your application has some kind of user profile or identity system, because it allows the profile to be associated with the identity that a user has chosen to represent them on chain. So if you're a dev, we definitely encourage you to get set up with favorite domains. And of course, we're always around to help with this. You can reach out to us on Discord or on Twitter. Our developer docs have more information about this. We are here for you. So please feel free to reach out. And until next time, intern out.